and welcome back. Here we have the I am BGF Flotsam yet again. Coming at you from Licensed On, and we are pleased to be raising money for the Transgender Law Centre. The TLC is America's largest transgender civil rights organisation dedicated to the liberation and well-being of gender non-conforming people across the United States. We appreciate anything you can give to support them in this fight. Now, we have a Dragon Ball Z Budokai any percent race between ScoobysBooty and hellghast02. Take it from here.
Hey guys, I'm ScoobysBooty. I speedrun Dragon Ball and a couple other licensed games. Right now, I'm kind of in a speedrun rut, but hellghast is a more active streamer than I. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is hellghast02. I barely had joined the Budokai speedrunning community a little bit late last year. Like, I would say next month would be the 1-year anniversary since I've joined. And this has been the only game. I've tried searching other games to run, but this game always seems to be dragging me back. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bug. Once it bites into you, it's all good. So, what you do to start this game real quick is you go into the options. We've already done this, but you set the game to very easy and very weak AI. You set the control scheme up like how you want to, and time will start, I guess, when we say go. Hellghast, you ready to go?
Just doing some last minute checks. I know we got it beforehand, but it's never can be too sure. Okay. I should be ready now.
All right, on go. 3, 2, 1, go. So with this game, there's a couple of things at play. First off, you might be wondering why we aren't just spamming combos over and over again with Goku. And the biggest thing for doing a lot of damage in this game, besides going behind people's backs, is the combo reset. So there's combo fatigue in this game. There's a little counter underneath Goku's health bar that'll go up by 2 combo, 3 combo, 4 combo. Every time that number goes up, you do less and less damage, and you end up doing 0 damage at, I believe it's 14 or 15 hits. So to do maximum damage, you always want to be at that first hit in the combo. So you're going to be seeing something called a guard cancel, where we quickly do a little charge at the end of the attack string, cancel it, and flip behind Raditz' back. And we do a couple more attack strings in that whole thing, and with a Kamehameha, and hopefully Raditz can work with us from there. You end the first Raditz fight with another Kamehameha, but as the fights are going along, in fact, the next fight, we're going to have a Kaioken transformation. So the way transformations work in this game is every time you have one on a character, it's a flat 10% attack boost, which means that Goku, by and far, is the most OP character in this game. Because he has Super Saiyan transformation after Kaioken X2, X5, and X10. So he gets a 40% attack boost, but right now, me and Hellghast are going into probably what you remember this game for most as a kid, because this level breaks controllers. Thankfully, it's not as difficult as an adult. You can kind of just float it in there, but the difficulty to fail is always there, and I almost just did.
Yeah, same here.
That was really scary. My heart skipped a beat for a minute. Didn't you say you broke a controller as a kid on the Raditz minigame there?
Yeah, I didn't know you had to do full rotation, so I would just spam left or right all the dang time.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah.
And it eventually popped out of the controller socket. I still never.
Must have been so mad at you.
Oh no, I had plenty of controllers, and my parents never really found out.
Sweet, scot-free, right?
Yeah. Plus,
so,
believe it or not, it was a Mad Catz controller.
Mad Catz is always there for us. So,
Yeah.
after that whole kebab, right? There's a little bit of a time jump. Goku dies, comes back to life, meets King Kaioken, and comes back with Kaioken 2X. So we're gonna open the Nappa fight with that transformation and actually get a free opening. be able to get to his back, do the whole Kamehameha, and now we actually do more than half of the health bar, and thankfully I didn't get the Napper version of Nappa. If you do enough damage like you saw on my side of the screen there, you can actually end with a different combo instead of the Kamehameha, saves you a little bit of time. Actually, that was actually pretty good lined. I was watching the stream there, it kind of lined up really well. So, as we go along, we're going to be fighting a lot as Goku throughout this run, but not this fight, but the next fight, we're going to be fighting as Kid Gohan. And Kid Gohan
arguably one of the
sucks.
worst characters in this game.
Yeah. I was going to say, the Kid Gohan is probably the worst character you play as, but there's a character that you play in later on that might be worse just for the fact that they don't have true combos. Another funny thing about this game is Vegeta and Frieza, we like to call them short kings. We have to actually change the combo up a little bit so that we can hit them with the full thing and not have them turn around on us while we're in their back. So instead of we start with a punch, kick, and then a knee, punch, combo when we're in the back. We flip those around and we do the knee first and then the punch later. But now both me and Hellghast are moving on to the Kid Gohan fight.
Yeah.
What's nice about Goku is that he's got strategy, right? He's got a nice attack string. It's nice and tight. Gohan, it's genuinely viable to just mash punch. There is one possible combo not combo reset, guard cancel that you can do, but it's really not worth because mashing is just faster and there's no guarantee that Vegeta is going to open up his block. This entire fight is down to RNG. And I'm getting very unlucky. He's kind of juggling me a little bit. As we get further into this game, because obviously this is only the 4th fight, right? The AI gets brutal, especially with main man Cell in the end. So after the Saiyan Saga, another very familiar section if you played this game as a kid, the training sections. So I don't know about you, Hellghast, but as a kid, right, I would always get here. I could do the deflect, right, because that was just like he kept shooting Kai Blasts at me, so eventually I could figure out, oh, if I just deflect it, the number goes down, and then I can complete the level. I could not for the life of me, because I didn't read the controls as a young 7-year-old Scooby, right? I could not get past the Clash level for the life of me, and that's what was like my problem level as a child, was the Clash level, the second training portion.
Me, as a kid, I loved the Clash section because me and my brother, whenever we would face each other, that's all we would do. Like, throughout the entire fight would just be nothing but pure clashes.
You're just trying to throw the Clash. That's so funny.
Yeah, and I did get a little bit sad knowing that you only had to do 5 of these. I'm like, oh, damn. But, you know, looking back at it now as a speedrunner, maybe, like, 5 is good. Like, any more would have been just, like, annoying.
My shoulder's already thrown out.
Oh.
So with this... Oh, I got it right away. So with this deflect section, what I just started the fight doing, deflecting it back and forth like volleyball style, that's what you want to aim for. I got it right away, and the reason I freaked out is because it is a very precise distance that you need to have Goku standing away from Vegeta, and you basically just have to eyeball it. There's like kind of a decent measurement where you can be like, if you imagine them kissing, you can double dash backwards twice with Goku, and I think maybe step backwards once, and you're like at the perfect position. But every time that Vegeta goes to charge up more ki, he kind of moves back a pixel. So it's not the greatest. You kind of just go on eyeball.
One thing that Scoob did not mention, but speedrunners hate the training arc. It is usually known as the run killer.
Yep, absolutely. Sorry, I am jorking it if you can't hear that. So, if you couldn't tell by me getting uppercutted there by Vegeta, Okay, done jorking it. You can only clash with one of these moves. So the RNG comes from Vegeta not throwing that stupid uppercut and just juggling you, because you can't clash with that uppercut. I find that you can if it's the first attempt at the level, but I think that's just like a grace thing that the game throws you. I haven't been able to like explain how you can clash with the uppercut sometimes, but it's insanely unreliable. So you just end up throwing the same punch over and over again as Goku until he throws the hook and you clash. So ideally you want 5 hooks in a row from Vegeta, but that doesn't always happen. And now we're both on to normal fights again.
Now we get to move on and actually use our Kaioken times 5. Even though we just unlock Kaioken times 10, we don't get to use it until our Frieza fight. Oh yeah, and that's the one thing about story mode, that you do unlock capsules that you could use for World Tournament, duel mode, like, it's just great. And
oh yeah, we should mention that. Sorry, go on, I cut you off.
Oh, but the one price capsule that you should always get, well, and it's really hard to get because it requires you getting 7 Dragon Balls from either story mode, like a random chance of a capsule appearing, or buying it from the store itself. If you get all 7, you could summon Shenron, and if by some luck you get the capsule breakthrough for one of your like favorite characters, it basically unlocks every special and physical move, and it gives you a ×2 multiplier for every attack, including the transformations.
I figured this is a good time to bring it up since we're getting into like some normal fights here.
Yeah.
Me and Hellghast recently did a gigantic speedrun for this game called True 100%. A little promo here. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about the run, Glitched has a great video out on YouTube about the history of the run. It ends right before we did our big community-wide run, but we did end up lowering the record. Glitched won the race. It was like a 9-hour to 10-hour affair. We had, was it 5 or 6 people running at the same time? It was such a great event. But Hellghast completed it on the GameCube, so he spent almost 10 hours shredding his thumb skin off on that GameCube controller.
It was the worst, but it was the best at the same time.
Me, the Rixer, and Glitched all ran Japan version PS2. Yoshio Fruit ran on emulator. Wasn't there? Oh, and Nugs. Did Nugs run? Oh, he ran the USA version, right?
He ran the US English version. And the thing is, we're playing on the Japanese version due to, what's it called? The load times being a slight bit faster than the English version. But the crazy thing about that day of the True 100% run is that McNuggets and the Rixer, they were like almost neck and neck. Like when it came to like...
really funny. That was crazy though. So, just in short, why True 100% is so long is the capsules that Hellghast was talking about before I brought this up. You need to get 9 of every capsule in the entire game, and there is like 100 blue capsules, like 100 red and 150 green. It's a lot. I know I got the numbers wrong, but times that by 9, and then you also have to get breakthrough capsules like he was mentioning. Thankfully, you only have to get one of those a piece, because that would just be insane. But it takes a lot of world tournament grinding. And somehow, through the 9 hours, McNuggets was able to not lose a single time, which I think was the most impressive thing of the day. So, I kind of talked over it, but we're in the middle of Namek, right? Goku gets his body snatched by Ginyu, so we fight as Ginyu and we fight Goku. He's got a little bit of a wonky combo. Nothing as even comes close to like Goku, just because he doesn't have good damage, and you don't unfortunately have his Milky Cannon in this fight since he's like injured when he gives Goku his body. So you can only really use like melee attacks, which lose a ton of time. But after that, we get into the 3 Frieza fights. So here's where you can use Kaioken times 10. I think you could use it on Ginyu and Raccoon too. Is that correct?
No, surprisingly, you only get to use 5.
It unlocks here?
No, you unlock it during training.
Oh, but it's not equipped on the...
It's not equipped until this fight.
This is the only fight where you can use Kaioken times 10, because after this, we go Super Saiyan, and we put belt to ass on Frieza.
Quite honestly, the scene that probably made a lot of people love Dragon Ball Z, seeing Super Saiyan for the first time. Hell, when I seen that, I thought, like, man, I really want that hair. I really want, like, you know, like that glowing aura he had. Oh, wow, Frieza is going, they're kicking my butt right now.
So, again, if we're talking about childhood running this game, I can almost guarantee that Frieza was a gigantic problem for almost everybody. And that's because this game totally cheats. It reads your inputs, and it just, on very hard difficulty, it's almost impossible to beat unless you play this game like competitively for PvP. But Frieza likes to teleport around a lot. So in terms of like what combo you want to use, we like to start with the forward punch kick a lot, just because if you remember from fighting him as a kid, if you just keep dashing into the guy over and over again before the fight starts, he's just going to keep teleporting around on you. And he just does that if you stand still sometimes. So we kind of like to start with the gap closer, shorten the combo up from the back, and you still do almost 2 full bars of health, because, like I said in the beginning of the run, you now have a 40% attack boost being Super Saiyan. It's kind of nuts.
And you're a whole fight ahead of me now.
We've been close this whole time. I'm surprised. I just lost a good amount of time there, too, so...
Yeah, I'm barely going into the Frieza 2 fight. I never liked Frieza 2 or Frieza 3 as a kid, because even on very easy, like how he mentioned, like his AI was just aggressive as all heck.
It's straight up programmed to piss you off. I swear to God.
And it's always the last fight of every single chapter.
Kind of threw a little haymaker my way to start my fight.
I seen that. Oh Lord.
We good.
You clutch. You clutch.
So now we come to the frustrating part of the run. This run feels great once you pick this game up, right? It's very, very rewarding because it's a lot of execution. However, when you get down to the nitty-gritty and you're trying to get a top-level run, there becomes a lot more reliance on RNG. For instance, Frieza, right? We both had pretty good Frieza fights. But
he knocked me out of my Super
Frieza
Saiyan.
really likes to pull... He really likes to just pull that stupid crap on you, left and right. The teleports, you know, all that good stuff. It's the latter portion of the game where the RNG really comes into play, especially with Cell. It starts with 19 because not only is this fight hyper-aggressive AI coming from Android 19, but you also have the viral heart disease. So your health is draining like crazy fast on top of a hyper-aggressive AI, so you got to be on top of your combos in this fight. And then, like I alluded to before when we were talking about Kid Gohan, the worst fighter that I think is Piccolo. And we have to fight both Cell and Android 17 after 19 with Piccolo. And his opener that we have been using in the community for a little while is not a true combo. So the AI can just block in the middle of it, even if you get one of the 2 opening kicks. So it's a little frustrating, because this deep into the game, Cell and Android 17's AI are that hyper aggressive. So they will just punish you constantly. And just like any other Dragon Ball game that you may have played, Cell is a menace. He is worse than the Vegeta AI, he is worse than the Frieza AI. He uses spacing to his advantage like he's a pro fight scene player. Like, he's insane.
Also, if you notice, I keep taunting at the end. Normally, what taunting does in this game is, as you can see under our health bars, there's a key limit or a key bar, and there's like gauges next to it. Now, during a fight, if you were to taunt, it lowers the enemy's key by 1. But me, honestly, I just do it at the end of fights because it's something I kind of developed into a habit. Now, would it be viable during an actual run? No. After Android 17 is what the community likes to call Cell Casino. Because when you're playing those fights, it's pretty much like you're gambling. It is not fair.
When you run this game, you kind of have, right, your best possible time and your PB. You kind of want to just look at it like you're saving up time to take to said casino. Or it's a lottery ticket, right? Because any of the Cell fights in the end of the game can totally kill your run. The one with Goku or any of the 3 with Gohan. When you take like 30 seconds into the casino, if you would, it's not too bad, but that's most likely just going to get chewed up and spat back out at you unless you have like a god RNG where Cell doesn't lay down the blockade and you're able to get through with your Gohan combos. When nerves really rack up is when you have like a crap load of time going into any of the Cell fights, just knowing that like you could genuinely just lose like 20 seconds and it's not your fault.
Now would be a good time for a donation.
Wonderful.
Yep. I believe we have Canuck or Hunton Abadir who donated $20 without a message. I think it is very safe to say that it was because of that parry beating the boss with only parries in the previous run. That puts us at $441. And if we raise $59 more by the end of, well, until before the run starts, and we will be able to have a Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 Trials of Glory Exodia deck versus Kaiba bonus showcase.
Very, very exciting.
I guess his grandfather's deck has no bad cards.
Thank you, Abadir, Mr. Hunson Abadir. I know him. Appreciate it, man. So now we're coming up on the Cell fights. I think we both had really bad Android 17s there. He was kind of putting the blockade down on us.
He was.
So you start fighting Cell as Goku, as you see in the anime. And then we are stuck with Teen Gohan. Teen Gohan is much better than Kid Gohan. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's putting the blockade down on me.
Yeah.
The only reason Teen Gohan is better is because we can at least juggle Cell to some degree. With Kid Gohan, there's just no juggling. Like, you can kind of do it, but it sucks, and you can't really, like, re-juggle. With Teen Gohan, you can, like, theoretically juggle Cell forever. But Kid Gohan's just trash.
Yeah, that was not a good fight for either one of us.
I lost 13 to my gold on that. That's not great.
I lost 11 to my gold. Or 11.6.
Okay. So, just to, like, give a bare bones explanation as to the juggling that you do with Gohan, it is dependent on how many hits of your opening combo there are. So, it's the same forward punch, kick, kick combo that you use on Goku, but it launches Cell upwards. Oops, and I missed input. And I just missed my juggle on that one. But I'm going to do a shorter juggle there because all 3 hits of the initial combo hit. Here I launched him up with a different combo, so I'm just going to kind of be patient. Missed a juggle again. Nice. Actually got a perfect on cell 3. That's great.
The cool thing about Gohan's oh Jesus Christ. The cool thing about Gohan's forward PKK combo is that you could delay it. You don't have to do quickly like everybody else's.
Yeah, so if you knock Cell on the ground and he's sleepy thighs and you want to wake him up.
He took me to Texas with that last time.
Oh, I saw that. Oh no. So what's nice about what he was just saying, if he's sleeping on the ground, you can do like forward punch kick and then delay that second kick because he'll kind of insta-tech off of the leg sweep. And if you're lucky, you'll just immediately pop him back up and you can restart your juggle. It's pretty nice tech.
Also, one thing that you may notice throughout the race, or in case you do watch any future speedruns of this game, Cell has the ability to just instantly grab you while you're in the middle of your combo. I don't know.
Grabs.
I don't know why the developers decided to program that or how they accidentally programmed that into it, but you could literally be at the start of, like, you're about to get him in the air for the juggle, and then bam, grabs you. And it just happens so suddenly, too. Like, I feel like Cell's grab in this game is, like, faster than anybody else's, but I could be wrong.
So what I'm fighting right now, if you remember anything about the anime, the Cell Juniors come out and kill everybody, and this is where Gohan gets all mad and kind of starts ripping them apart. They are so short that we can't really, and they only have 1 health bar, right? So it's not really worth it to pull the full like juggle combo out that we use on Cell. They're so short that it's just quicker to spam punches like you do with the Vegeta fight when you're Kid Gohan. So Gohan never really lost his roots. And they can be a little tricky, as you saw. I just had a couple back steps, and they can launch you up in the air. They can put blockade down on you a little bit too. They're tricky. It's the longest. It's not the longest split in the run, or is it? Yeah, it's fatter than the Nappa one. But after Cell Juniors, we got 2 more Cell fights, and then it is time as we knock out Cell on the second fight after Cell Junior. Sorry, really bad wording there, but not too much longer. They're both on pretty good pace right now. A really good metric to measure your time by. Sorry, Cell's kind of ripping me apart here.
Yeah, Cell Jr. was putting in the work. Yeah, I think you might finish before me.
We'll see, man. Anything can happen.
That's true. We could get randomly spirit bombed in the next fight.
Whew. Yeah, so I'm on to the final fight. I forgot what I was saying at the start of that one. Completely. As we are coming to a close, though, I'll just point out, if you are thinking about running this game or this looks interesting to you, the Dragon Ball Z Budokai community as a whole is extremely wholesome. I got into this game from watching the Rixer's video. I highly suggest you start there if you want a more basic explanation of more of the mechanics and a further breakdown of what I was able and Hellghast was able to explain during this run. go check it out. It's very informative. It got me hooked immediately because I was like, oh, hey, I played that as a kid. And I was like, oh, it's hard and looks very doable. I promise you, if you're even beginning speedrunning, this is a great even game to start. So, good metric to measure by if you're playing on PlayStation 2, like original hardware. There's pretty hard minute barriers, so if you want, come try to grind for a 27-minute time, because only 3 people have done it, between Glitched McNuggets and the Rixer. And I've been trying for it. My PB is a 28:06, so feels bad that I haven't got it. But it's a hell of a grind. So if you want a challenge, if you like fighting game speedruns, this is definitely one to pick up. I highly recommend it. Dang, time for me. I got a clean cell 5. That was crazy.
All right, I'm barely about to go into my cell 5.
I'll let the final cutscene play out.
Oh crap, I missed the juggle. Fuck. Ah, like that.
Yeah, that was a quick grab, my god.
Time 29:37.
Nice. Still a clean fight. Good job. Thank you guys very much for having us. This was very, very fun. Like I said, again, if you're interested in running this game, join the Budokai Discord. We're all very friendly, very, very nice people in there. We're all eager to help others learn. You can start on emulator. There's an active emulator scene. PS2 if you want to get serious with it. GameCube boards are open. Backwards compatible PS3. Any copy of the game. HD. It's all open. You can find me on Twitch. I'm ScoobysBooty, same as the gamer tag. So that's it from me.
Alright, I would like to briefly make mention of that I think it has been cast by Dylan Sweet, who's a pretty prolific caster of many different games. But that's a tangent for another time. Right now, we have a run to get to Catch Him on Any Percent by Tristan, and I'll see you then. As we continue to raise funds for the Transgender War Center, as BDF Watson, I'd like to see what's coming up.